Last week, a guy rolled into my shop driving a shiny SUV loaded with screens, sensors, cameras, radar, enough technology to probably launch a weather balloon into orbit. The thing cost over $50,000. It was sitting on a tow truck because it needed a repair that would make most people's mortgage payment look reasonable. Meanwhile, parked right next to it was an old SUV with enough miles on it to have seen every Waffle House in America twice. Oil change, 20 minutes, gone. No warning lights, no drama, no therapist required, and that got me thinking. Today I'm showing you 3 SUVs that the used car market keeps ignoring. The first one is ridiculously cheap. The second one has survived mileage numbers that sound completely made up. And the last one might be the smartest SUV purchase in America right now. And trust me, if you think this first one is a bargain, wait until you see what's coming later. Let's get into it. Number 3, the Chevrolet Tahoe. Now, before the Toyota crowd starts typing angry comments with one hand while polishing their 4Runner with the other, hear me out. A few years ago, one of my customers, a contractor, came looking for advice. He was shopping for a mid-size crossover with around 100,000 miles. Nice-looking vehicle, fancy interior, turbocharged 4-cylinder. The dealership salesman described it as modern engineering. Whenever I hear the phrase modern engineering, I automatically reach for my wallet because somebody's about to lose money. Instead, I pointed him toward a 2011 Chevrolet Tahoe with the 5.3-liter Vortec V8. His reaction was exactly what you'd expect. That thing is huge. Yeah. It gets terrible gas mileage. Also, yes. It looks like it could tow my entire neighborhood. Now you're getting it. The Tahoe had 112,000 miles. The crossover had 90,000. The Tahoe cost less. He bought the Tahoe. Today, that truck is sitting at over 200,000 miles. You know what major repairs we've done? None. Oil changes, brakes, a battery, one wheel bearing, that's basically it. And here's why. The 5.3-liter Vortec isn't exciting. Nobody puts posters of it on their bedroom wall. Nobody brings one to cars and coffee and causes a crowd to form. But what it does better than almost anything else is survive. The engine comes from General Motors' legendary small block family. Simple architecture, proven design, millions produced, parts available literally everywhere. If civilization collapsed tomorrow, there would still probably be somebody selling 5.3-liter Vortec parts behind a gas station somewhere. The beauty of the engine is its simplicity. One camshaft, pushrod design, fewer moving parts, fewer things trying to become expensive. While some modern engines are packed tighter than a carry-on bag on a Spirit Airlines flight, the Vortec looks like engineers actually wanted mechanics to work on it. Imagine that. The 6-speed automatic transmission paired with these engines is also surprisingly durable when serviced properly. Change the fluid. Don't tow a mountain. Treat it like a machine instead of an indestructible rental car. It'll usually reward you. Now there is one thing you need to watch. Active Fuel Management, AFM. Those 3 letters have probably paid for a lot of mechanic vacations. Early versions could lead to excessive oil consumption and lifter issues. It's not a guaranteed problem, but it's something buyers need to understand. Personally, if you're shopping Tahoe models, I'd focus on the later years where GM improved the system. Pricing is where things get interesting. A clean 2010 to 2013 Tahoe with around 100,000 to 150,000 miles can often be found between $12,000 and $17,000 depending on trim and condition. Now compare that to some mid-size SUVs selling for $25,000 or more simply because they have a cult following and a roof rack that looks good on Instagram. The Tahoe gives you 3 rows, real towing capability, a V8, a body-on-frame platform, and enough interior space to transport an entire youth baseball team plus their snacks. Inspection checklist. First, check for rust around the rocker panels and wheel arches. The engine may survive forever. The body sometimes has other plans. Second, pay attention during a test drive between 40 and 60 miles per hour. Any shuddering could indicate transmission or torque converter issues. Third, check maintenance records. These engines love regular oil changes. Neglected maintenance is usually what kills them, not mileage. Fourth, test the 4-wheel drive system if equipped. Engage it. Listen for unusual noises. Make sure everything operates smoothly. Replacement transfer case components aren't the end of the world, but they're still a negotiation tool. And before we move on, quick favor. If you're enjoying this video, send it to that friend who's currently making monthly payments on a vehicle worth less than the repair warranty they bought with it. And hit the like button for the algorithm. It gets lonely too. Now here's the crazy part. As durable as the Tahoe is, the next SUV somehow manages to be even more respected by mechanics, even though most buyers completely overlook it. And once you understand what's hiding underneath the badge, you'll start wondering why people are paying thousands more for vehicles that are basically its cousins. Number 2, the Lexus GX 470. Now this is where things start getting funny. Because the GX 470 might be one of the greatest examples of buyers completely misunderstanding a vehicle. People see an older Lexus and immediately assume two things. First, expensive repairs. Second, expensive ownership. Meanwhile, mechanics see a GX 470 and quietly smile the way a stock investor smiles when everybody else is panic selling. A retired military veteran came into the shop a while back looking for an SUV around $15,000. His shortlist included a couple of newer crossovers, all turbocharged, all packed with enough electronic features to make a smartphone jealous. Then I asked him a simple question. Do you want something that impresses your neighbors or something that survives your neighbors? He laughed. Then I showed him a 2006 Lexus GX 470. His first response? That thing looks old. And honestly, that's one of its greatest strengths. You know what ages poorly? Complicated technology. You know what ages well? A giant Toyota V8 that doesn't care what year it is. The GX 470 is basically Toyota engineering wearing a tuxedo. Underneath the luxury badge sits a platform sharing DNA with vehicles that have crossed deserts, climbed mountains, and spent decades being abused in places where roads are considered more of a suggestion than a requirement. The heart of the GX 470 is the legendary 4.7-liter 2 UZFE V8. And if you've spent enough time around mechanics, you've heard this engine mentioned with almost mythical status. Not because it's fast, not because it's flashy, because it refuses to quit. Toyota built this thing like they expected the owner to forget where the gas pedal was and simply drive through continents. The engine uses an iron block design that can handle enormous mileage when maintained properly. 300,000 miles? Normal. 400,000 miles? Documented repeatedly. 500,000? Not common, but definitely not shocking. That's the difference between durability and reliability. Lots of engines are reliable, very few are durable. The GX 470 has both. Now let's talk about the transmission. Toyota paired the V8 with a 5-speed automatic transmission built by Aisin. Aisin transmissions have earned a reputation that most automakers would probably sell a kidney to have. They're smooth, they're proven, and when serviced regularly, they're incredibly difficult to destroy. The shifts aren't lightning fast. They don't need to be. This isn't trying to win drag races. This thing is trying to outlive your retirement account. Another huge advantage is the construction. The GX 470 isn't a crossover. It's body on frame. That's a completely different philosophy. Instead of pretending to be rugged because a marketing department added black plastic fender trim, the GX was actually built for serious use. Full-time 4-wheel drive, low-range gearing, locking center differential, features that real off-road enthusiasts still appreciate today. The funny thing is that many used buyers completely overlook it. They'll happily spend $20,000 on a used SUV because social media told them it was cool. Meanwhile, a GX 470 sits quietly in the corner of the lot, costing thousands less. It's the automotive equivalent of finding a designer suit at a garage sale. Nobody notices it because they're too busy chasing trends. Current pricing remains one of the best parts. Depending on condition, maintenance history, and location, clean examples often sell between $10,000 and $16,000. That's remarkable considering what you're actually getting. Many similarly capable SUVs cost significantly more simply because they have stronger name recognition among used buyers. And here's something else. Lexus owners tend to be obsessive about maintenance. Not all of them, obviously. But compared to the average used vehicle, the odds of finding detailed service records are surprisingly high. A stack of Lexus maintenance records is basically automotive comfort food. You immediately feel better. Now let's talk inspection. First and most important, timing belt history. The 4.7-liter V8 uses a timing belt that should be replaced around every 90,000 miles. If there is no proof it was done, budget for it immediately. That's your first negotiation point. Second, inspect the lower ball joints. These are known wear items. They're not catastrophic if addressed early, but ignoring them is a terrible idea. Third, check underneath carefully for rust. Frame condition matters. Surface rust is one thing. Serious corrosion is another conversation entirely. Fourth, pay attention to suspension components. Some GX models came equipped with rear air suspension systems. Make sure everything operates correctly. If not, repairs can add up. And finally, check every service record you can get your hands on. A GX with documented maintenance history is worth significantly more than one with a mysterious past. Because when these vehicles are cared for properly, they become almost boringly dependable. And that's actually the highest compliment a mechanic can give. Boring is expensive proof. Exciting is usually what happens right before somebody asks for a repair estimate. Now, if the GX 470 seems like a hidden gem, wait until you see what's next. Because the #1 SUV on this list doesn't just compete with vehicles twice its price. In some ways, it makes them look completely irrational. And the reason nobody talks about it is exactly why the opportunity still exists. #1, the Toyota Sequoia. And this is the point where some people are going to think, I've completely lost my mind. Because somehow, year after year, the used market keeps pretending this vehicle doesn't exist. And honestly, I'm perfectly okay with that. The less attention it gets, the cheaper they stay. A few years ago, a family came into the shop looking for a 3-row SUV. Mom wanted space. Dad wanted reliability. The kids wanted Wi-Fi, cup holders, charging ports, entertainment screens, and apparently a small movie theater in the second row. They were looking at a relatively modern crossover. Nice vehicle, comfortable, plenty of features, also carrying enough future repair possibilities to keep a service department financially healthy for years. Then I showed them a 2013 Toyota Sequoia. The reaction was immediate. Wow, that's big. That's usually the first thing people say. The second thing they say comes after the test drive. Why is this cheaper than the smaller SUV we were looking at? Excellent question. The answer has nothing to do with quality. It has everything to do with popularity. The market loves trends. The Sequoia doesn't care about trends. It just keeps showing up to work. Under the hood sits one of Toyota's greatest mechanical achievements, the 5.7-liter 3URFE V8. A naturally aspirated engine from an era when manufacturers still believed displacement was a perfectly acceptable substitute for stress. No tiny turbochargers spinning themselves into retirement. No tiny engine working overtime trying to move a vehicle the size of a suburban house. Just a large V8 doing exactly what it was designed to do, effortlessly moving a large SUV for hundreds of thousands of miles. This engine produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. More importantly, it produces confidence. You press the accelerator. The vehicle moves. No drama, no waiting, no complicated explanation required. The engine uses a timing chain rather than a timing belt. That's a major advantage for long-term ownership. No scheduled timing belt replacements. No expensive service interval hanging over your head. Just routine maintenance and common sense. The 6-speed automatic transmission paired with this engine is also exceptionally durable. Toyota spent years refining the platform, and it shows. I've personally seen Sequoias with well over 300,000 miles still operating smoothly. Not barely surviving, actually operating well. That's an important distinction. There's a huge difference between a vehicle that's technically still running and one that's still pleasant to drive. The Sequoia often manages both. The platform itself is based on the same philosophy that made Toyota trucks famous. Body-on-frame construction, heavy-duty components, designed for towing, designed for families, designed for abuse, designed for America. This thing feels less like a crossover and more like somebody accidentally gave a pickup truck a third row. And that's a compliment. Now let's talk about value, because this is where the math gets hilarious. A clean 2013 to 2015 Sequoia with roughly 100,000 miles can often be found between $17,000 and $23,000, depending on trim and location. Meanwhile, smaller SUVs with less power, less space, and less towing capability regularly sell for considerably more, sometimes $10,000 more. Think about that for a second. You're paying extra money to receive less vehicle. If somebody tried that strategy at a restaurant, you'd leave. But somehow the automotive market does it every day, and people line up for it. The biggest reason is image. The Sequoia never became trendy. It never became the social media darling. Nobody's posting inspirational mountain photos next to their grocery store parking lot Sequoia, which means prices remain surprisingly reasonable, and that's exactly what smart buyers want. Now let's be fair, no vehicle is perfect. The Sequoia has weaknesses. Fuel economy is one of them. Around 13 miles per gallon in the city and roughly 17 on the highway. If you're shopping for maximum fuel efficiency, this is not your vehicle. A 5.7-liter V8 drinks fuel the way teenagers drink free soda. That's simply part of the deal. The vehicle is also large, very large. Parking garages become strategy games. Drive-through lanes become engineering challenges. And some parking spaces feel more like suggestions than actual options. But if you're buying a full-size SUV, none of that should be surprising. Inspection checklist. First, inspect the frame thoroughly. Toyota addressed corrosion concerns on certain trucks and SUVs over the years, so frame condition should always be a priority. Second, if you're looking at a platinum trim model, test the air suspension carefully. Make sure ride height adjustments function correctly. Repairs aren't catastrophic, but they're worth identifying before purchase. Third, inspect front-end components. Ball joints, tie rods, control arm bushings. Heavy vehicles naturally wear these parts faster than smaller SUVs. Fourth, check transmission fluid condition. Healthy fluid is a good sign of responsible ownership. Burnt fluid is usually the opposite. And finally, look for maintenance records. The best Sequoias aren't necessarily the lowest mileage examples. They're the best maintained examples. There's a huge difference. Now let's bring this all together. The Chevrolet Tahoe gives you proven V8 durability, enormous space, and repair costs that generally won't require a second mortgage. The Lexus GX 470 gives you legendary Toyota engineering disguised as a luxury SUV that most buyers completely underestimate. And the Toyota Sequoia might be the single most overlooked full-size SUV bargain in America. 3 vehicles, 3 completely different personalities. One thing in common: they were built during an era when engineers seemed slightly more concerned about longevity than quarterly marketing presentations. And that's becoming harder and harder to find. The next time somebody tells you the only way to get reliability is to spend $50,000 on a newer SUV loaded with technology, remember these 3. Because sometimes the smartest vehicle in the parking lot is the one everybody else walked past. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to Old Man Garage. And more importantly, tell me in the comments, what's the highest mileage SUV you've ever owned? I know some of you are driving vehicles with odometers so high they're basically historical documents. And if you want another list covering the specific model years you should avoid, regardless of brand, check out the next video. One bad model year can turn a legendary SUV into a financial horror movie. Thanks for watching. Drive safe. Take care of your vehicle. And if your dashboard currently has more warning lights than a Christmas tree, well, good luck. We'll see you in the next one.